Now, in chapter 11, you see the rebellion is reaching a height here. Two witnesses come down, and they are preaching judgment and repentance. They are assassinated, they are resurrected. Many will come to Christ during this time. Magnificent chapter, chapter 11. Chapter 12 is like a parenthesis. It stops and it tells you both a prophetic future, but also references to the past. The child, the woman, and the dragon, which gives reference not only to Israel, but also the Messiah, Mother Mary, and also Herod's attempt to stop everything going on in this wonderful passage of the birth of Christ. But you'll also see a war in heaven finishing out that chapter. Chapter 13, many people find that the number 13 is unlucky or unfortunate. Well, that comes true here because chapter 13 introduces the beast, which we would call the Antichrist. Anti not only means against, it also means instead of, the false Messiah. Chapter 14 talks about the victory of those 144,000 missionaries back in chapter 7. They're with Christ now. They're identified. You can see the description of those missionaries. In chapter 15, there's a song of great praise to the Lord. Victory, the song of Moses. And also, you're seeing the introduction of the 7 angels who will be given the bold judgments, large saucers of very quick judgments. Chapter 16, all of the judgments happen within that one chapter. Many Bible scholars say they will come so rapidly, they could come within days, and some attest that they could come within hours. That's chapter 16. Chapter 17, there has been a man-made religion pushing away Christ, and the Antichrist allows it. When he no longer has any use for the man-made religion, it collapses. It's a very grisly chapter talking about the fall of the religious Babylon. Babylon is a symbolic name for empire. Chapter 18, the financial Babylon. Many people's god is money. And this one also falls. Chapter 19, in that rebellion, then comes the violence of the Battle of Armageddon. Chapter 19. Jesus comes down from heaven, followed by the saints. The victory is absolutely incredible for the Lord. And following that is the announcement of the marriage feast of the Lamb in chapter 19. Chapter 20 begins the millennial kingdom of Christ and also the great white throne judgment against all of those rebellious. 21 and 22, well, that's the eternal state, the promise for the believer of all time in the new heaven and the new earth. Chapter 21 starts describing the capital city. Chapter 22, the river, the tree of life, and Jesus' invitation. If you see these things to the believer, come and join our family. And that, my friends, gives you an overview chapter by chapter of this wonderful book.